stop right there. Before you scroll away, I need to tell you something that nobody else will. By the end of this video, and I mean literally, the last 30 seconds you're going to discover why you've been struggling to connect with people your entire life. And more importantly, you'll learn the one psychological trick that will change everything. But here's the catch. If you skip ahead, if you leave early, you'll miss the exact moment when everything clicks, and you'll go back to feeling anxious, awkward, and invisible in social situations. So, here's my challenge to you. Stay with me for the next 18 minutes, because what I'm about to share isn't just theory. It's the exact system that transformed thousands of people from socially anxious to naturally confident. My name is Henry, and welcome to English Avenue 24/7's Ultimate, where we don't just learn English. We master the language of human connection. Let's begin. Let me ask you something. Do you feel nervous before meeting new people? Does your heart race when you have to speak in a group? Good. That means your brain is working perfectly. Listen to this carefully. Social anxiety isn't a bug in your system. It's a feature. Let me explain. Millions of years ago, your ancestors lived in small tribes. And here's the terrifying truth. If the tribe rejected you, you died. No protection, no food, no survival. So your brain developed an alarm system, a warning signal that screams, "This interaction matters. Be careful. Don't mess this up." That flutter in your stomach before a conversation? That's not weakness. That's your ancestors' survival instinct, still protecting you today. Now here's what changes everything. Every single person you've ever met feels this. That confident guy at work? He feels it. That woman who speaks effortlessly? She feels it too. The difference isn't whether they feel it. It's how they understand it. Once you realize that social anxiety is normal, beneficial, and universal, it loses its power over you. It transforms from your enemy into your ally. And that's where we begin. Not by eliminating anxiety, but by understanding it. Remember this phrase, write it down if you need to. Social anxiety means I'm human, and my brain is working perfectly. Say it with me. Again. One more time. Good. Now let's build on that foundation. Pop quiz. What do your social skills and your biceps have in common? They both grow stronger with exercise. And they both start weak and awkward. This isn't just a metaphor. This is literally how your brain works. Every time you practice a social skill, you create neural pathways, actual physical connections in your brain that get stronger with repetition. Think about conversation like doing bicep curls. First few times, awkward, uncomfortable, maybe even embarrassing. But your brain is building new connections every single time. Let me break down the micro skills, the tiny movements that build social strength. Making eye contact? That's one rep. Asking a follow-up question? Another rep. Sharing a relevant story? Another rep. Each one builds your social muscle. But here's what most people miss. Just like physical exercise, you need proper form and recovery time. Trying to become a social butterfly overnight is like trying to deadlift 300 pounds on day one. Your muscles will tear. You'll injure yourself. You'll quit. Instead, start with 5-minute conversations. Practice one micro skill at a time. Celebrate small wins. The truth? Even the most socially skilled people you know started exactly where you are. They just kept showing up to the gym of social interaction, doing their reps, building their strength. And here's the beautiful part. Unlike physical muscles, social skills never reach a ceiling. They can keep growing stronger your entire life. Every single interaction, even the awkward ones, especially the awkward ones, is a chance to grow. Keep this in mind as we move to the next skill. Now, pay close attention to this. Because this one skill will make you more popular than 90% of people you meet. The most powerful social skill isn't talking, it's listening. Specifically, listen for 70% of the conversation. Speak for only 30%. This isn't random. Research on the world's best conversationalists, the people everyone loves talking to, shows they follow this exact ratio. And here's why it works. When you let someone speak about themselves, their brain releases dopamine, the same chemical released when they eat chocolate or receive money. You're literally giving their brain a reward just by listening. But real listening isn't just staying quiet. Here's the difference. Fake listening. Your mouth is closed, but your brain is planning what to say next. Real listening. Your brain is fully focused on understanding their words, tone, and meaning. Watch what happens when you listen this way. People feel truly understood. They naturally want to know more about you. They remember conversations with you as especially meaningful, all because you gave them something incredibly rare in today's world: your complete attention. Here's your practice exercise. In your next conversation, focus on these 3 things. Number 1, how their voice changes when they discuss certain topics. Number 2, when their energy level rises and falls. Number 3, the small words they emphasize. These subtle cues tell you what really matters to them. Remember, every time you choose to listen more and speak less, you're building deeper connections than 90% of people ever experience. That's the true power of the 70-30 rule. Now, let's talk about what to do with all that listening. Here's a secret that will change how you see every person you meet. Every single person is a book with 1,000 pages. Most people only read the cover. But when you're genuinely curious, you discover chapters filled with surprising stories, fascinating ideas, and incredible experiences. Curiosity isn't just asking questions. It's being truly interested in discovering what makes each person unique. Think about it. Every single person you meet knows something you don't. The barista knows coffee science. The taxi driver knows city shortcuts. Your neighbor knows gardening secrets. Your coworker knows industry insights. The secret is asking questions that open new doors. Don't ask, "How was your day?" Instead ask, "What was the most interesting part of your day?" Watch how people's faces light up when they realize you actually want the real answer. Here's what happens in your brain. When you're genuinely curious, social anxiety often disappears completely. Why? Because your focus shifts from yourself to discovering something new about them. Your brain is too busy being fascinated to be anxious. Let me give you 3 power questions that work in any situation. Number 1, what's the story behind that? Number 2, how did you get into that? Number 3, what surprised you most about? And then mention the topic they just talked about. Each one invites them to share something deeper, something real. Practice this today. Find one person, a coworker, a friend, even a stranger, and ask them one curious question. Then really listen to their answer. Watch what happens. Watch how their energy changes. Watch how the conversation deepens. Remember, every person you meet is a walking library of experiences, insights, and stories. Your curiosity is the key that unlocks all of it. And speaking of unlocking secrets, let me tell you about something most people never realize. Stop and think about this for a second, because this will blow your mind. Every person you meet isn't just one person. There are 3. First, there's who they think they are. Second, there's who others think they are. Third, there's who they actually are. Think about yourself for a moment. You have a clear image of who you are, your strengths, your flaws, your qualities. But other people? They see a completely different version of you, based on their experiences and perspectives. And somewhere between these views lies who you truly are. Now here's why this matters. When someone seems difficult or unfriendly, remember you're probably seeing just one of their three versions. Maybe they think they're being professional. Others see them as cold. But their true self? Just protecting old wounds from a difficult past. Understanding these three versions instantly makes you more understanding, more patient, more connected. You stop taking things personally. You become curious about which version you're seeing. And here's the most important part. This knowledge transforms how you see yourself. Those moments when you feel judged or misunderstood, that's just the gap between these three versions. Your task isn't to force everyone to see the same version of you. It's to be comfortable with all three existing at once. Think about someone in your life who you find difficult. Now ask yourself, which of their three versions am I seeing? What might the other versions look like? This awareness alone makes you better at connecting than 90% of people. Remember this the next time you feel misunderstood. Remember this the next time you judge someone too quickly. Three versions. Always. Three versions. Now, let's talk about how to navigate these conversations. All right, here's a technique that will make you seem like a conversation wizard. It's called the question funnel. And once you understand it, you'll never run out of things to say. Think of it like a funnel. It starts wide and gets more specific. You begin with broad, easy questions and naturally flow into deeper, more interesting ones. Level 1. Start with simple facts. Level 2. Move to opinions. Level 3. Explore feelings and experiences. Each question builds on the previous answer, creating natural flow and deeper connection. Let me show you exactly how this works. Level 1. Facts. What kind of work do you do? Level 2. Opinions. What made you choose that field? Level 3. Feelings. What's the most challenging part of your job? See how each question gets more interesting? This isn't random. It's strategic curiosity. Now here's the secret weapon. Combine this with memory techniques. As they answer, create a memory palace. Place key details in specific locations in an imaginary house. Their job, living room, their passion project, kitchen, their biggest challenge, garage. This makes remembering details effortless. When you meet them again weeks later, you walk through your memory palace and recall specific details. Hey, how's that hiking trip you were planning? Did you finish that book you were excited about? People are amazed when you remember these details, because almost nobody does. Practice this today. In your next conversation, use the question funnel. Start broad, go deeper, and store at least 3 details in your memory palace. Questions are like keys. The right question, at the right time, unlocks deeper levels of conversation. And when you combine this with strong memory, you create connections that last. But wait, there's something even more powerful we need to discuss. Now we're getting into advanced territory. This technique is so powerful, it's almost unfair. It's called the echo effect. And it's based on how your brain is designed to connect. When two people connect deeply, something magical happens. Their breathing naturally synchronizes. Their gestures align. Their energy levels match. This isn't conscious. It's your social brain doing what it does best. But you can accelerate this natural process. Here's how. Someone speaks softly. Gently lower your volume. They're energetic. Gradually raise your energy. They lean in. Naturally mirror that engagement. The key word is supple. This isn't mimicking. It's matching. Watch what happens in their brain. When you subtly match someone's energy and body language, their brain registers you as safe, as similar, as trustworthy. Try it with micro movements. A slight tilt of your head when they tilt theirs. A natural shift in posture when they shift theirs. Matching their speaking pace. Each tiny adjustment builds unconscious rapport. But here's the warning. Don't make it obvious. Don't copy every single movement. That's creepy. Think of it like music. You're not playing the exact same notes you're harmonizing. You're creating a rhythm together. Your homework. In your next conversation, pick one element to match. Just one. Maybe it's their speaking speed. Maybe it's their energy level. Start small. Build from there. Remember, your body language already wants to synchronize with others. You're just removing the barriers and letting it happen naturally. This isn't manipulation. It's amplifying your natural connection abilities. Now, before we wrap up, there's one more thing I need to tell you. All right, let's pause the social skills for a moment and focus on the English you just learned. Because here's the truth. You can't master social skills if you don't understand the language of connection. I'm going to break down 8 power words and phrases from this video that you need to master. These aren't just vocabulary. They're the exact words native speakers use to describe social situations. Ready? Let's go. Number 1, social anxiety, meaning nervousness or fear in social situations. Example, I experience social anxiety before job interviews. Memory hook. Think social plus anxiety equals worry about being around people. Real-world usage. Do you ever feel social anxiety at parties? This is a very common phrase in English-speaking countries. Number 2, neural pathways, meaning physical connections in your brain that strengthen with practice. Example, every time you practice, you build stronger neural pathways. Memory hook. Neural equals brain. Pathways equals roads. So roads in your brain. Real-world usage. Used in psychology, self-improvement, and learning discussions. Number 3, micro skills, meaning small, specific abilities that combine to create larger skills. Example, eye contact and asking questions are micro skills of conversation. Memory hook. Micro equals small, so small skills that build big results. Real-world usage. Common in professional development and training contexts. Number 4, dopamine, meaning a brain chemical that makes you feel good and rewarded. Example, listening to someone talk about themselves releases dopamine in their brain. Memory hook. Dopamine sounds like dope, which is slang for cool or good, so the chemical that means feeling good. Real-world usage. Used in science, health, and psychology discussions. Number 5, genuinely curious, meaning truly interested, not faking interest. Example, I'm genuinely curious about your background. Memory hook. Genuine equals real. Curious equals wanting to know. So really wanting to know. Real-world usage. Perfect for showing authentic interest in conversations. Number 6, mirror or match someone's energy, meaning to copy or align with someone's behavior, tone, or energy level. Example, when she spoke softly, I matched her volume to build connection. Memory hook. Think of a mirror reflecting an image, so you reflect their energy. Real-world usage. Common in sales, psychology, and communication training. Number 7, rapport, meaning a friendly, harmonious connection between people. Example, we built strong rapport during our first meeting. Memory hook. Sounds like report. So when you report well with someone equals good connection. Real-world usage. Business, networking, and relationship contexts. Number 8, to take things personally, meaning to feel hurt or offended by something, not meant as an insult. Example, don't take it personally, he's just having a bad day. Memory hook, making something about you personally when it's not. Real-world usage. Extremely common in everyday English conversations. There you have it, 8 power words that native speakers use every single day. Your homework. Use at least 3 of these words in conversations this week. Write them down. Practice them. Own them. Because remember, English fluency isn't just about grammar. It's about using the right words in the right situations. Now, let's bring this home. All right, we've covered a lot in the last 20 minutes. Let me bring it all together. At the beginning of this video, I promised you'd discover why you've been struggling to connect with people. And now you know. It's not because you're broken. It's not because you're awkward. It's because nobody taught you the system. You learned that social anxiety is normal and means your brain is working perfectly. Social skills are muscles you can strengthen with practice. Listening 70% and speaking 30% makes you irresistible. Curiosity is your secret superpower. Every person has 3 versions. The question funnel opens any conversation. The echo effect builds instant rapport. And you mastered 8 power vocabulary words. But here's the truth I promised you at the beginning. The one thing that's been holding you back? It's not lack of skill. It's lack of belief. You didn't believe you could become naturally social. You didn't believe these skills were learnable, but now you know better. So, here's what you do next. Pick one technique from this video. Just one. Practice it in one conversation today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. Maybe it's the 70-30 listening rule. Maybe it's asking one curious question. Maybe it's matching someone's energy. Start small. Stay consistent. Trust the process. Remember, every expert started exactly where you are now. Every social butterfly was once in a cocoon. And most importantly, start today, now, because the world needs what only you can bring to it. Your unique way of connecting. Your story. Your presence. Being social isn't just about you. It's about all the lives you'll touch simply by being yourself. And that journey? It starts with your very next interaction. If this video helped you, and I mean really helped you, do me 2 favors. First, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we're just getting started. Every week, I'm bringing you new strategies to master English and master human connection. Second, drop a comment below and tell me, which technique are you going to try first? The question funnel? The echo effect? The 70-30 rule? I read every single comment, and I will respond to you. And hey, if you want to take your English to the next level, check out the video I'm putting right here. It's about the next topic, and it's going to change how you think about communication. Thank you for spending these 20 minutes with me. Now go out there and start connecting. I'll see you in the next one.